Hello and congrats, we're here with our next franchise mode, and that is going to be with the New Jersey Angels. That's right. So no longer the New Jersey Devils. We do share a history with them, however, so we still have some former Devils players on this Angels team, and that's not going to exactly fly. So what we have to do here, we have to exercise our Devils and release all of them. There you go. Our roster is now completely empty, including prospects. So now with all of our Devils exercised, we don't have to worry about any sort of negative side effects from that, right? So what we're going to do here is we're unfortunately just going to have to sign our team out of free agency, as there's not much we could really do here. We do not have an expansion draft yet. We can't do an expansion draft here, as we're technically not an expansion team. And the only assets we have to trade right now are draft picks. And obviously, with the team being the way it is, which is there's no players right now, I don't exactly want to trade those picks away. So what we're going to do here, we are going to obviously not be re-signing any of the players we just released, but every other player is up for grabs. Every other player is up for grabs. Anyone who is not a former Devil, basically. So that said, there's going to be a lot of players to approach and sign here, so I'm going to do that right now, and I will get back to you guys when everybody is signed. Okay, so I've gone after quite a few players here. I believe that is a full roster worth of players right there on the open offers. So we will simulate ahead a little bit. All right, we're at the end of the preseason, and this is our roster heading into year number 1 with the New Jersey Angels. We have Hutchinson and Dredger in net. On defense, you have Cody Curran, Sean Lalonde, Willie Raskob, Drew Bavaro, Slater Cuckoo, Joakim Ryan, and Blake Siebenthaler. So not Jonas Siegenthaler, but you have Blake Siebenthaler. And at forward, you have Andreas Athanasiou, Anton Bertasov, Robert Rosane, Chris DiDomenico, Chase Lang, Ville Leskinen, Michael Dalcol, Christian Fisher, Anders Bjork, William Lockwood, Peter Krieger, Bear Hughes, so we do have a Hughes here, Michael Frolik, Jacob Ratcliffe, and then back to Athanasiou. So that is your, and then also you have on the injury list, Tommy Timey, who is injured for the next 1 to 2 months on defense. So with that, let's get underway with year number 1 with your New Jersey Angels. Oh, got a lot of players on waivers here, so this might be something we want to do, as obviously there's no rules saying that we can't take players off waivers. I think I'm going to make a waiver claim for Henry Thrun. He is 24 years of age, making about $1 million on his contract. 2-star ability, 2.5-star potential. Got some decent ratings in there, and honestly, he's better than any of our current defensemen. So he is an upgrade, and I think we will be claiming him. Nice, we got him. All right. So we'll put Henry Thrun in there, and then we will send, I think, Cuckoo down.
2 hours later.
All right, we have finished the regular season 24, 53, and 5. Good enough for 53 points on the regular season. Last in the division and second to last in the league. We beat out the Vancouver Canucks. So obviously not a great season for your New Jersey Angels. Not unexpected though. So let's take a quick look at who led the team in points, and that would be Andreas Athanasiou, the captain, with 36 points on the season. That is rough. Got a lot of work to do with this team for sure. Let's check out in goal. You have a .906 save percentage for Kochetkov in 59 games played. He was a good waiver pickup. He had 5 shutouts as well. Pretty surprising. Then you have Hutchinson in 31 games played with 2 shutouts and an .889 save percentage. So I think of that, we will advance and see who wins the Stanley Cup. And your 2025-26 Stanley Cup champions are the Colorado Avalanche. They went through San Jose, Utah, LA, and Washington. So I guess with that, we will re-sign some of our players. I mean, I'm not sure who exactly I really want to re-sign here, but obviously we're going to need to re-sign some players to fill out our roster. So I'll at least re-sign all the 2-star players, right? But everybody else, I'm not too sure. So I will get all these guys signed, and then I'll see you guys on July 1st. All right, so we're at June 29th. We're about to head into the start of year number 2. Something I did not mention at the start of this video is that for every year that we have controversy on the team, we must trade away all of our available draft picks for that year to all of the basement dwelling teams in the league, starting from the worst team, getting our 1st round pick, the 2nd worst team, which in this case would be Philadelphia, getting our 2nd round pick, and so on and so forth. However, if we go a full year, starting from opening night, without any controversies on the team and make it till the end of the playoffs, then the following July 1st, the hockey gods will bless us with the perfect hockey player. That's right. So for the time being, that is our goal. And unfortunately, we did, as we see, have some team harmony issues this year. So we're going to have to, I would imagine, unload the majority of these guys here, especially the guys causing the conflicts, Raskob, Bjork, and Jake Evans, unfortunately, as well, before the regular season starts. And then we're also going to have to be mindful of the players that we're signing in free agency so that we're not signing players who have unlikable personalities, right? And as for the draft picks, we only have 5 this year. We only have a 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, and a 6th. So that means Vancouver gets our 1st, Philly gets our 2nd, Boston gets our 4th, Ottawa gets our 5th, and Toronto gets our 6th. So there you go. Vancouver gets our 1st round pick. And yes, that is literally for free. We get nothing in return. Remember, the reward, the potential reward is getting that perfect hockey player once we have a full year of no controversies, right? We are the New Jersey Angels after all, right? We have to be charitable. We have to set a good example for the rest of the league, not just in terms of player personalities, but as a team ourselves, right? We have to be generous and hope that good karma will eventually come back to us, right? So we're trying to appease the hockey gods by doing all this. So hopefully that will work in our favor, and we're gonna go ahead and trade the rest of our picks here. So Philly gets our 2nd round pick. There you go. Forced trade. Then you have Boston getting our 4th, which actually originally belonged to Winnipeg. There you go. Ottawa gets our 5th, and Toronto gets our 6th round pick. There you go. So we have no draft picks for this year. So hopefully that will get us in the good books of the hockey gods. We do have a lot to make up for with our history, after all, of being former Devils, right? So there's the season summary. We total season score of 0. Very nice. So now with that out of the way, we'll advance to the next season. Okay, actually, I think if we just trade away Raskob, then we won't have to trade away Bjork or Evans, because their beef is also with Raskob. So yeah, let's trade Raskob real quick. And again, it has to be for free, right? We have to be generous. So let's just trade to a team that needs right defense. We will give him to Tampa, and they will probably accept this offer. Very nice. And now let's check our team harmony. Yep, we have no conflicts now. So we are starting without a conflict, heading into year number 2. Now we do still have disruptive hostility, overall team harmony, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at conflicts and clicks specifically, right? So that's what we're looking for. We're not looking at the team harmony, right? Obviously, the team harmony is a problem right now, but, as long as there's no conflicts or clicks, that's what matters towards, getting ourselves the perfect hockey player. Oh, and another thing as far as free agents goes, I have to give them what they are asking for. I cannot offer them any less, and I cannot offer them any more. I can't edit the years or anything. I have to give them exactly what they are asking for. That I can negotiate with them after they reject me for the first time, but I then also have to give them what they counter with, right? So that's acceptable, but I can't edit the values of the contract at all if we do go into renegotiations, right? Jason Robertson's available. I mean, he looks very good, and nothing about his personality says that he would be causing any issues. So let's try to give him a contract. Obviously, we're going to have to give him what he's asking for if we decide to offer it. 7.68 for 6 years and a no movement clause. I'm more than willing to do that, because it's not like we're going to be spending this kind of cap on too many other players, right? So we will give him that and submit offer. I've already approached a variety of other players as well, and I've given them exactly what they asked for. I approached Jack Akan, Matt Grzelcyk, Adam Bachfus, John Klingberg, Caden Primo as well. So let's continue looking for some forwards.
Later.
Oh boy, Robertson's up to 10.8 now for 6 years, and the no movement clause back in there now. I'm going to continue to give it to him because we can afford it. Oh dear, he's up to, we're in the bidding war here. He's up to 13.5 for 6 years. I will once again give it to him, because as of right now, at least, there's not really too many better players to give it to. And we have 20 million on our salary payroll right now. We also have to renegotiate with Tuck. He wants 6 mil now, sure. And here's the draft lottery. Vancouver did not win the draft lottery despite having the top 2 the top 2 picks there. Carolina moves up to number 1, and we're at the draft, but since we have no draft picks, we are just going to skip the draft. Nice. So we got most of our desired players on the team. Jason Robertson has signed. Alex Tuck has signed. You have Colton Sissons. You have Klingberg. You have Radish. So now what I'm going to do is just going to quickly go through all of these players and make sure that none of them, mostly the old ones, the players who were on our team last year, have any negative personality traits. At least as far as locker room chemistry goes. Okay, Bavaro is a little prone to controversy, so I think we're going to be trading him away. And I think that will be the Carolina Hurricanes. So Bavaro, get on there and force trade. Interesting. I was just looking at Raskov's personality page, the scouting page rather, and turns out he doesn't actually have any negative personality traits. So I guess I was just unlucky with him. And actually, you know what I should have done with Bavaro or any players that have this kind of personality trait where they're prone to controversy? I should just straight up release them because, giving teams players with problematic personalities isn't exactly angel-like. So I suppose we will just release him to free agency before he causes any issues for Carolina. There you go. I'm using my God powers. I'm using my angel powers. So there you go. Crisis averted. We have redeemed ourselves for that one little mishap, but that now we know. Oh, Kopke signs with Chicago. That's unfortunate. But still, we did get the majority of our approach players, so I guess I can't complain. I would like to get a couple more defensemen just as backup defensemen, but other than that, I think we are set to move into next season. Maybe Pietrangelo. He's got a good personality, at least according to his scouting page. And then 2.5-star ability currently. Never played for the Devils, so we'll give him what he wants here. Besides, we're gonna need to get some more solid cop on board anyway. And I think I'll also go after Brady Shea. He has a decent personality, 2.5-star ability, 32 years of age. What's he asking for? He is asking for 4.5 for 3 years. That's all right with me. And there you go. Both Pietrangelo and Shea have signed. So I'll send down Siebenoller, and then I'll also send down Mike Riley. All right, so our team is coming together here. We are going to need one more player just as a cap filler, but we are certainly looking much better. All right, let's give someone a nice retirement package here. It may as well be Valorant. I don't want it to be anyone who's going to be able to make too much of a difference, right? Because this is just going to be for salary cap purposes. So I'll give him $15 million for 1 year. And that should take us to roughly $80 million in salary. Yep, there it is. So now I'm going to send down Valorant, and that will reduce our cap hit to $78 million. That will work. All right, so that done. We're now at harmonious team harmony. So we have a clean slate heading into year number 2. So hopefully this is the year that we have no team harmony issues, and the hockey gods will bless us with the perfect hockey player at the end of the season. All right, so here's our roster heading into year number 2. You have Kochetkov and Primo in goal. On defense, you have Shea, Klingberg, Radish, Pietrangelo, Akan, Grizzlick, and Thrun. And at forward, you have Robertson, Tuck, Klapka, Sissons, Evans, Lawton, Lasinski, Heineman, Athanasiou, Sason, Kapanen, Bjork, Malovsky, and Fisher. Oh, wait, I just realized, does Malovsky count? Because, he was in the Devils organization, but he never actually played for the Devils themselves. Does Malovsky count? Yeah, probably. I mean, he hasn't... To be fair, he hasn't played a regular season game for us yet, so I will use a forgiveness card here. My self-imposed forgiveness card. And release him to free agency. And actually, I'll just get rid of his rights altogether. So instead, we're going to sign somebody here. We're going to sign Alex Santeri Koskimaki, and we'll give him a contract offer. Okay. He's already joined our team. Very nice. Now, it should be noted, I'm going to be checking the team harmony every week just to make sure that there's nothing going on here. Just so I can prove to the hockey gods that we are deserving of of their blessing. All right, we're 1-4 so far, not looking great to start the season, but Team Harmony is looking good, so we're going to keep going. October 26th, we are 3-6, got a couple of wins in there. Team Harmony is still looking good. And here we are on November 2nd, 4-9, so we got one more win in there. No conflicts as of yet, and hopefully that stays that way. All right, we're now 6-9, so we had 2 wins in a row there, and still no conflicts. So let's keep going. Oh, there's another win against the Islanders, 7-9 now. 8-9 win against Chicago. That's a 4-game winning streak. Can we make it a 5-game winning streak here against Washington? No, we cannot. It ends there. All right. That was a good run. That was a good run, though. So now let's take a look at the team harmony. Everything is going well. And assuming this one is good, which, yes, it is. All right, so what we're going to do from here on out, I think, is we'll do updates once every month. I think that'll be sufficient enough at this point. We know that nothing's really going to happen At least hopefully not. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it there. But I think we'll just do once a month. That should be enough. All right, we're on December 1st. Let's check the team harmony. No conflicts. Very nice. May as well check the stats briefly. Robertson leading the way with 21 points. Radish also at 21 points on defense. And then goal, Primo with an 899 save percentage and Kachekov with an 880. So goaltending's not looking good. But you know what? At least as of right now, we are well on our way to achieving our goal for this season. And that's all that really matters right now. So we are going to simulate ahead another month to January 1st. All right, we're on January 1st. We're 17, 21, and 2. Team harmony is still looking good. So let's advance to February. All right, February 1st, team harmony is still perfect. So nothing to worry about just yet. And we will advance to March 1st. All right, well, on March 1st, we are 30, 34, and 4. And let's check the team harmony. Still good. So now let's simulate ahead to April 1st. And hopefully the game isn't going to be playing an April Fool's joke on us here. And believe me, I get the irony. All right, we're on April 1st. Is the game going to play a cruel April Fool's joke on us? No, it is not. We are still perfect with Team Harmony. And we, of course, we have one last game on April 1st against the Philadelphia Flyers. What will it be? It will be a 3-2 win. All right, so we finished the season 37, 41, and 6. Which is good enough for 7th in the Metropolitan Division and 26th in the league. So better than last season for sure. Now, we are going to have to make it through until the playoffs are over for us to be guaranteed to get the perfect player, but it's looking good so far. So with that, let's advance through the playoffs. All right, we're on May 1st. Team Harmony is still good. And your 2026-27 Stanley Cup champions are the Buffalo Sabres. They went through Montreal, Detroit, Carolina, and Edmonton in a sweep. So that means that as long as our chemistry is still good, yes, indeed, no conflicts throughout the year, that means we are eligible. We have built up enough favor with the hockey gods to be blessed with the ultimate hockey player. But before we get to that, let's just go over the stats real quick. You have Robertson with 80 points on the season. You have Tuck with 72, Lisinski with 51. Then you have Radish with 48 and Akon with 43 rounds out the top 5. And in goal, you have an 882 save percentage for Kachekov and an 880 for Primo in roughly equal games played. So goaltending was definitely an issue, but I don't think I'm going to end up asking for the perfect player to be a goaltender because you really can never trust goaltenders in the game at all. So I think what I'm thinking here for the perfect player is that we ask for a defenseman. I'm going to beg the hockey gods for a defenseman because especially considering how forward heavy the draft usually is in this game. Okay, so this is the DuPont draft, right? So, and another thing about this year is that we don't have to give away our draft picks, unlike last year, right? So I'm thinking that if we go defenseman for the ultimate player, then we make him a left defenseman so that we can pair him with DuPont. That will be a very good 1-2 punch, I have a feeling, if we do end up drafting first overall, but I don't think we will, considering that we finished 26th in the league. But anything can happen, you never know. Maybe the hockey gods will bless us twice, with the first overall pick. So with that, I'm going to re-sign as many players as I can, and I'll see you guys back on July 1st.
New Jersey Yankees, we the hockey gods have deemed that you are indeed cleansed of your past sins. By exercising your goodness, show generosity to me, and keeping your love free of conflict for a full year, we hereby grant you the divine play of your shoes.
And here he is. Welcome to the New Jersey Angels, Angelo St. Puck. That is right. He can play every position. He's primarily a lefty, but can play any other skater position. He has 41s across the board. He is literally the perfect player in terms of his ratings. He also has special abilities. Iron Man, he is never going to get an injury. Soft passer, his passes are easier to receive than normal. And great deke. He is particularly effective when attempting to deke the goalie in breakaway or shootout situations. And his injury tendencies are sturdy, so he should combine that with the Iron Man trait. He may not even need that, honestly, but combine that with the Iron Man trait, and he's never going to be getting injured, and he's perfect. He is basically the perfect player to use in any situation, basically all the time. I can't imagine he's going to be getting off the ice. I mean, he has 41 stamina. He may be able to stay out there the entire game. Who knows? With that, we will see what happens now that we have Angelo St. Puck on our team. Ooh, okay. Talk about good karma. We got the second overall pick in this year's draft. So, and that was from, we were originally in the 7th position. So that's good karma coming back the other way. Good karma always comes back the other way in the end. And that proves it right there. So I'm not sure if we're going to get DuPont. He might go first overall, but you never know, right? So here we go. Who will be going first overall to the Toronto Maple Leafs? Landon DuPont. Okay, fair enough. So it's not the greatest. I would have preferred DuPont, obviously, but what are you going to do? That said, there's still plenty of good options here. And I think Dima Zhilkin will be our pick here. He gets along well with everyone. He can adapt well to new surroundings and take success in stride and doesn't let himself get complacent. Unfortunately, the weakest part of his game is his intangibles, so that's not ideal, but overall, he looks like a pretty good prospect. So we're going to be taking him with this pick. Welcome to the New Jersey Angels, Dima Zhilkin. All right, we are at the start of year number 3, so let's see what we can do with Angelo St. Puck on our team. All right, so we have finished year number 3, 60, 16, and 8. That is an incredible improvement. And as you can see, Angelo St. Puck, the 18-year-old sensation, is second in the league in points with 127. That is crazy. 45 goals, 82 assists, just absolutely spectacular. And then rounding out the rest of the top 5, you have Robertson with 73, Kapanen with 62, Sason with 56, and Lisinski with 48. And then you have 2 new goaltenders this season. You have Colton Ellis and Eric Portillo, who we both signed over the offseason, and they both finished with a .905 save percentage. For Ellis, that's in 63 games played, and for Portillo, that is in 24 games played. Ellis had 8 shutouts, and Portillo had 5. So just a great team all around. Certainly not all because of a divine player that we have here. But of course, what really matters here is the playoffs. Can we get it done in the NHL playoffs? Let's see. We actually, funny thing is, we did not even finish first in our division, as Columbus finished slightly ahead of us, had 1 more point on the season. So we do not get the President's Trophy in a year like this. That's kind of wild. Yep, as expected, Angelo St. Puck is a Hart Trophy nominee. He's also a Norris Trophy nominee. And I mean, it was a given that he's the Calder Trophy nominee and likely the Calder Trophy winner. If he doesn't win the Calder Trophy, then I don't know what to say. And then he's also up for the Ted Lindsay. So just an incredible player. And let's see if he can lead us through these playoffs here, starting out against the 54, 25, and 5 Carolina Hurricanes. Game 1 against Carolina will be a 3-2 win. All right. Game 2, 3-2 win. You'll like to see it. Game number 3, 4-2 loss. Okay. Come on, guys. Rebound in game number 4. That will be a 4-3 loss. Oh boy, we're tied at 2 in the series now. Come on, guys. Game number 5, pivotal game number 5. That is a 5-4 loss. Oh no. Come on, guys. Game number 6. All right, that'll be a 3-2 win. Game number 7, anything happen. Second round on the line. There it is. We win 5-2. And apparently that's the first time I've Okay, apparently that's the first time I've ever won a 7-game series after being down 3-2, despite having gone through a whole franchise mode at this point with Buffalo. All right, here we go. Round number 2 against the 47, 33, and 4 Washington Capitals underway. Game number 1 will be a 3-1 win. And what will game number 2 be? It will be a 2-1 loss. Game number 3 is a 6-3 loss. Come on, guys. Game number 4, all right, 3-0 win. We're tied at 2 in the series. Pivotal game number 5 will be a 2-0 loss. So we go down 3-2 once again. All right, come on, Angels. Get me another guarantee here. Game number 6 will be a 4-3 win. All right. And game number 7 will be a 3-1 win. All right. We're off to the 3rd round. That is 2 guarantees in a row. And now we are against the 53, 23, and 8 Montreal Canadiens. So here we go. Game number 1 will be a 5-3 win. Game number 2 will be a 4-0 win. Game number 3, a 5-2 loss. Okay. Get this next one here. Game number 4 will be a 4-3 loss. What are we doing here? How are all these series so close? Game number 5. Come on, guys. Oh my goodness. That is the 3rd 3-2 series in a row. Are we going to have another guarantee here? Come on, guys. All right. Come on. Game number 6. Come on, guys. There it is. 4-0 win. We're going to game 7. All right, here we go. Game number 7. This is for the Stanley Cup Finals. We have a 6-0 win. That's the 3rd guarantee in a row. How is this happening? All right, here we go. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals against the 50-27-7 Winnipeg Jets will be a 1-0 series lead. Let's go. All right, here we go. Game number 2. It'll be a 5-4 loss. All right, so we're tied at 1 in the series. Game 3, 7-5 loss. Oh boy, down 2-1 now. Come on, game number 4. Oh man, we are now a 3-1 series in favor of Winnipeg. We have to win 3 in a row here. Come on, guys. All right, we have a 3-0 win. We're now at 3-2. Here we go, game number 6. There's no way we do it 4 times in a row, right? Oh my goodness, we're going to a game 7. Here we go. Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Stanley Cup on the line. First period underway. Come on, Angels. Come on, Angels. Come on, Angels. All right, we have a scoreless first period. I'll take it. Second period underway. Oh, we have our first goal of the game. We have our first goal of the game. Is that going to be icing? Yup, that's icing. And that should mean that this is an offensive zone goal. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's go. Angels get on the board first. Alex Pietrangelo with a goal from Koskimaki and Bjork. All right. Continue the simulation. Get the next one, Angels. Get the next one. That's another icing, and we're going back to the offensive zone. And on net, on net, on net. Come on, get it on net. There you go. I believe that was Angelo St. Puck with the goal. No, that was Jake Evans. Angelo St. Puck, though, with the primary assist, and then Darren Radish as well. And we have a 2-0 lead. Come on, guys. Third period underway. We're up by 2. And is this going to be another Angels goal? It looks like it. It's looking like it. Get it on net. There it is. All right. We're up 3-0 now. And that's early in the third period. Darren Radish with the goal from St. Puck and Tuck. Nice rhyming. All right. It seems we have a goal right off the face-off here. And that is going to be a goal for Winnipeg. And they get one back. We're back within 2. And that's another goal basically instantly. So we have 3 consecutive goals, but this time it's for us. And we now have a 4-1 lead as Angelo St. Puck with his 13th of the playoffs from Koskimaki and Akan. And we have another one here, but it looks like it's going to be for Winnipeg. Unless something changes, but I don't think so. Yep, that's going to be Winnipeg goal. And we are now at 4-2. And that was on the penalty kill as well, or power play as well. So that was shorthanded for Winnipeg. Brandon Hagel with a goal. Come on, Angels. Who's it going to be? Nice. All right. We have a 5-2 lead now, halfway through the third period, as Koskimaki with the goal from Bjork and St. Puck. Come on, Angels. Finish this off. There it is. Your New Jersey Angels in year number 3 have won the Stanley Cup. Very nicely done. And of course, St. Puck is the first star of the game. This is championship number 1 for your New Jersey Angels. And we needed every single game to do it. We went through Carolina in 7, Washington in 7, Montreal in 7, and Winnipeg in 7. All of them required us to come back and have the guarantee. That was the guarantee of all time. That was the all-time guarantee right there. So I'm not sure how you explain that, to be honest. Maybe it's just luck. Maybe it's divine intervention. I don't know. But regardless, we win the Stanley Cup in year number 3. And all on the shoulders of this man right here, Angelo St. Puck, only 18 years of age, 5-star ability. He had 127 points this regular season and 42 points during the playoffs in the maximum amount of games played. So, and a 95 grade for that matter. Man, he is just incredible. But I think that is as good of a note to end off as any. So I think that will just about do it for this New Jersey Angels franchise mode. I know it's short-lived, but you know, got to move on to other teams. I have several NHL teams that I still need to do for franchise modes. I still got, I think there's like a list of, I think it's like 13 or 14 teams I still haven't used. I've been doing this for how long now? So we need to get to those teams. And besides that, we achieved every goal that we set out for in this franchise mode, right? We exercised our devils. We were very charitable, generous towards other teams. We made sure our own team was drama-free, and that led us to getting the divine player in Angelo St. Puck, and then we won the Stanley Cup. So I think that's, once again, that's as good of note to end it off on as any. So I think we'll wrap this one up here, but not before I thank the channel members. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.